done and be like, there it is.
Never. They like
You gotta work in like poor man's James Bond or anarchist cookbook in during the time lapse. I'll be watching a video, especially like on YouTube or on a short, you know, YouTube or Instagram or something. I'll be watching something and they're like, okay, if you made it this long, and then they show you how to make fucking like flash powder or something. I'm like, holy shit, I can't believe this is on here.
What's up, Brandon? What's up, Chase?
Is that our Brandon?
Yep.
My favorite Brandon?
I would assume so.
Is it the only Brandon?
I only have one Brandon.
Like a grape. That's perfect. AJ?
Brandon's doing tattoos at the party. You can
So
get free tattoos. They will all be 3H survival.
Yep.
3H Survival better bring his shit out and give me a fucking tattoo first.
You can do 3H survival on your knuckles, or you can just go 3H on the palm or on the right cheek.
On the right cheek.
Either right cheek.
Arkansas Infidel says, any pigtails?
Hey, are you still fucking with knives?
Yeah, Arkansas Infidel. Are you still fucking with knives?
You should open a restaurant.
He says he's coming by next week.
Good, I haven't seen him in a long time, man.
Let's see. Rum Runner, what's up? Vince Vega, Grumpy Plumber.
Rum Runner, are you a pirate?
Arr.
Has Jason been here?
No. Is he supposed to be here today?
I saw a bill from him.
Oh, I
So
have no idea.
assumed he was.
No clue.
They're making all the shoulder straps right now for all those bags.
Cool.
So if those shirts get here, we can ship a good portion of those come Monday.
Sweet. Hunter Orange, or is there... No, it is Hunter Orange. It's just so incredibly fucking bright that it just washes out. Somebody asked if you're in Metallica.
No, I'm not. I want to say I'm not that old, but maybe I am.
To be in Metallica?
Yeah.
I mean, not the current group.
Even the original Metallica was older. Like, those are all still the same guys, right?
Yeah, they're 60, 70 now.
Yeah, I'm not that old.
But back when they were, you know, in their heyday, they weren't 60 or 70. They were probably...
Correct, but they were still older than we were.
Well, yeah, because they're older than we are
And,
now.
who's the... I was thinking Metallica had a Japanese guy, but that's Journey. Journey has a... Is he Japanese or he's Asian?
He
of
was
some
Asian
kind.
of some sort, yeah.
The new guy. Randall.
Randall ran away. He put you on fucking auto video.
That's just because we're time-lapsing this, because these are all the same.
He said, Arkansas said that he was from the Philippines.
Got it. OTW.
I was like, he just doesn't look like the other guys. And then somebody said, you look like the guy from Anthrax.
I get that all the time. Scully, me and Scully both.
How did you get started selling tactical gear?
I've been doing it longer than you've been alive. Originally, okay, here's the real deal. I really, really liked surplus gear and military equipment. And I had a Eagle catalog, and I had a catalog for American body armor. And a couple other ones. Like everything used to be, they used to give you like a book, like a catalog, like a nice catalog. And I looked at these things all the time, and I'm sketching out how I want a vest. And I had a old pilot survival vest when I was a kid. And we'd go hiking around in the canyons in San Diego. And we'd go out miles and miles and miles all day, like literally we'd leave at sunup and not come home till dark. And we'd just hike around in this place. It was in Tirisana. And we'd go out to Camp Elliott, which was a bombing range. It was a military maneuver area where they trained for World War II and Korea. And there was old pillboxes and all kinds. Like we go out to a Nike missile base out there, and we carry all of our own shit. We carry water in mason jars because there was no Camelbacks.
And fuel.
And later
fuel.
on, when I got a dirt bike, I would carry gasoline in mason jars in a backpack and just wrap them up real well in a beach towel.
And then accidentally drink them.
And anyways, no, we never drank them. And my buddy Mike said, because I'm always looking at these and I'm like, it's $800 for anything custom from Eagle. And that was back in like before in the late 80s, early 90s. And he's like, why don't you just learn how to make this stuff? And I'm like, how would I do that? Like, how could that even happen? Well, fast forward, Special Operations Equipment, the company, started as we were buying surplus gear and camping gear and hunting stuff at flea markets in San Diego at the swap meet. Now, a flea market in San Diego is an all-day event. You will walk miles. It's the entire parking lot at a stadium or the sports arena. Flea market here in Tennessee is very different. It means a dirt lot where somebody's selling some bullshit they couldn't sell at their garage sale. But I rent a booth, well, a parking space, to get in early at like 6:30, and then open at like 7:30. And we would walk around and we would basically find women selling off all their husband's shit while they were getting divorced or deployed or whatever. And we'd buy this stuff up. And we got some really cool things, but we would accumulate them and then go to a gun show. And in San Diego, the gun shows you could do a gun show, it was a circuit. It's like following the circus or the carnival. And there was a gun show every weekend somewhere in California. And we did several of them. And we would sell all that stuff for 3 or 4 times what we made. And we had some t-shirts made. We were selling t-shirts and gear and stuff, and like surplus gear and shit like that. And I met a dude, my cousin met a guy that was making some gear who'd gotten out of the Marine Corps. And he gave me some stuff to take to the gun show and sell. And I didn't sell it, I used it as samples. And dudes were like, hey, how much is this? I want to buy one of these. And I was telling him, I'm like, well, I need to have it here. Let me just hold it and you can come back. Well, so many people wanted to buy it that I took deposits on it. And then I came back super excited. I'm like, Mike, you build these things. I've got like 5,000 bucks. I sold $5,000 worth of these. You build them and I'll keep selling them. And he's like, well, I'm not building them. I'm doing parachutes. I'm like, well, what are we going to do? He's like, who the fuck is we? He's like, you better learn how to sew this shit and you better refund the money. Well, I already spent my part of the money, so that wasn't happening. So I had to learn how to sew.
Tom Lennon, what's up? Josh, good to see you. Jeff Tabor. Tom Lennon said, Red Bull today, John? Question mark. Why no hyperlean? LOL.
My butthole's already sweating.
Well, it's fucking 100 degrees in here.
Yeah.
I think they thought I was kidding when they said
Imagine if we had like this AC or something.
that. We don't have enough AC. This is a really big room. You know what I want in here?
A trapeze?
Actually, I've thought about that a lot. We could jump off of there and have a net thing.
I'm okay with that.
No, I want REI. I don't know if they still have them. They had this big metal frame with like this grid in there, and they had and it'd lower down, and they had all their mountain bikes on hooks and shit, and all their kayaks, and they click it and then go back up. Now they have kind of like residential versions of that, but it'd be badass to have gear lockers where we could just click them. They come because we have so much dead space. Like half of the volume of this room is unused.
We're all up there. That space is used.
Huh?
I said that space is used. That's where my zebra is. What's up, Hunter Floyd? AJ said, and then no shopping carts head buckles anymore.
Back then, yeah. Everything does now. should go steal a bunch of fucking shopping cart straps and build a rig out of them. Okay, here's another way you got to turn that on. Actually, hold on. Just put it back. Put it back. Let me.
What's up, Chuck? Good to see ya. Chuck, are you making your way to Tennessee this week? Question mark. So for as far as the big ass fans go, we could probably do it. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know how you would do it.
Turn around. So we had, a lot of people don't realize Big Ass Fans has a sister company, or it's part of the company called Big Ass LED. And they sent an engineer out here when we were looking at doing the lights. And what they said was, our building's not tall enough to benefit from their lights. So we didn't end up going with that. A Big Ass Fan would totally go in here. And they have two versions of them. I was just watching somebody hit up Big Ass Fans and he's like, hey, I would like to get this fan from you guys. Can you do anything? And they're like, we can't do anything on this one, but we will send you 3 of our largest ones for free because our smaller one doesn't have any branding on it. So they sent him fans for his garage bay, and then they sent him fans because he just built a giant barn dominium, and his outdoor area, they sent fans
That's
for up in
nice.
there. Yeah, they're very nice.
This weekend as in like tomorrow, Chuck? Or in a week from today? Yeah, the giraffes would have to duck under the blades.
No, we just
Put it in the middle.
fan. Something happened.
What's up, Evan? What will the April giveaway be?
LBV. Full LBV.
There you go, Hunter. Full LBV.
Is that Hunter 1776?
No, it's Hunter Floyd. SOE Compound Party, Saturday, June 14th. Music, food, fire, and friends. Come celebrate Amanda's birthday. Access to SOE gear and amazing vendors. VIP packages available. www.soeparty.com. Everybody that had the VIP experience last time raved about it.
It's amazing that she writes that out perfectly every time.
I'm sure it's copy pasted.
No shit.
Radio, you're always a VIP around here, buddy. Caleb Mays, what's up? Any idea how many yards of stitching that top spool covers?
3.5 miles.
3.5 miles of thread on that cone.
It's actually 3.4 miles.
How many feet is that?
I don't remember. 1 pound of thread, 69 or 70 nylon. You can Google that out. I didn't know until a couple months ago. I kind of knew because when we moved to sewing machine, the thread hooked on something and we drove, and it was like 2.5 miles and we still had thread.
1,700 or 17,952 feet.
There you go. 17,000 something feet.
Pretty much 18,000.
And then divide how many put that in and say how many feet is 18,000? How many miles is 18,000 feet?
3.5.
3.5. There we go. Something happened here. I don't know what happened.
I've never seen this before. Maybe if she has the really cool $40 fan, everything will go away for her, and all of a sudden her sewing will be perfect.
That's not who says that.
No, I know. I know it's not. RFN says, "Hey guys, cool machine. Jesus loves you." Yes,
I know.
he loves us. He's not so sure about you. You know, we have these for sale.
What?
These 3-inch splatter print stickers.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the koozies.
Wait a second. We're selling cruises?
Mojave Wizard, what's up? That orange is crazy work, and he's going to be seeing everything will have like a blue-green haze after sitting there sewing on this stuff.
Louis still here?
No. That's what I was doing while I wasn't out here live feeding. I was talking to him. Oh, sorry, Evan. Yep, it's me. It's me. Hunter, what kind of koozies, man? Are you talking about a can koozie, a Red Bull koozie, a Nalgene koozie, Monster koozie? Which one?
Well, you just showed him a Yeti.
He wants a woodland koozie, he
Got it,
said.
Got it. We just cut Nalgene bottle pouches, I think.
He's talking about a regular can koozie.
Man, this is really fucking not wanting to sew this shit for some reason all of a sudden.
He wants.
Correct.
Yeah.
Is there not an available option for a woodland koozie on the website, Hunter? Question mark. Oh yeah, Caleb. A Blaze Orange tool bag, large tool bag, is great for nighttime.
This is a padding kit that goes inside these modular gear bags. The gear bag is all Velcro lined inside. And what these do is these are pad kits that Velcro to the wall and then have the Velcro on the inside also.
See you later, Kiri. No option for woodland. I don't know if I can do this one-handed.
Just wait.
Hunter, I'll get that up online. Give me a couple of hours. By tonight's live feed, it'll be up there.
This one needs to go with this one. Something's wrong. Did I sew into? Right there.
Oh, Ed, I would Man, that's one thing I miss about Antelope Valley is the poppies.
No, I know what's going on.
I definitely miss the fucking poppies.
Yeah, it's over here. I got it on the floor.
Do we have any left-handed subgun micros? Probably not.
Probably.
Oh, probably, he said.
Yeah, we've got quite a few. We can't look right now, man. Ask tonight on the video, and we'll know for sure when we can walk to them. But we probably do. I have a lot.
We have a lot of left-hand
almost
rigs.
everything in left hand. We've equipped everybody that's left hand already.
All 10 of them?
So when we run stuff, we run dozens of right, and we run 3 to 6 in left. But they sit for a very long time.
So these get opposing Velcro because you're basically making a pillow out of them.
That's right. Are you asking that, or
I'm
somebody?
asking that. Yeah, Gabriel, we'll be live again tonight, probably around 9. At which point John will be walking around the shop and showing off gear. It's on at the completely opposite side of the shop. Otherwise, I'd just run over there. Honestly, I can't reach the top pegs that the micros are on either. What's up, Battle Chemist? Ready for spaghetti?
Okay, so on all of the other pad inserts we showed you guys, we sewed all 4 of the edges. These ones, I did not sew the edges. I sewed 3, and then I'm going to just sew these inside out here. And then I'm going to flip them. And it just gives you a little cleaner finish. And the only reason I did that right here is because this is the only set, the ones on the end, that you might be able to see. The others are all concealed inside the corner. You can't see them at all. So you could do one long piece like we talked about earlier, or that'll give you, there's a seam there obviously inside, but when you put the foam in, it's still a little cleaner than just having this outside edge here. Production-wise, we would just run this into the next piece, and then this would be the next piece after, and we would just flip it.
New Debate said you're a fabrication genius.
On the what?
Fabrication genius.
Now we've just done this a few times.
Just a few. Battle Chemist, you're getting yourself a purple cock.
So we basically just need a sleeve. We put the foam inside, And now we'll sew this closed. Production-wise, we would put the foam in all of them and then just sew them all into the next one. So that when we run across from here, we just run straight in. So we don't have to, because right here, right, I'm gonna cut this, I have to pull all this thread out. I have to cut this. And then I have to slowly start into the next piece. Whereas if I chain them, I just sew it and run straight into the next one. I tack it at the end here and attack it at the beginning. And then I don't have this 6 inches of thread and I don't have to restart sewing. It's much easier to just chain everything together. So there's that. The first insert right there. I need 8 of these. So we're just going to do exactly what I showed you 7 more times. We don't have to film. There's some time lapses there.
Battle Chemist asked if using the Easter code puts them in the April drawing.
Did it?
I didn't include that information.
It has not.
It has not.
We will announce that tonight, and then it will.
There you go, Battle Chemist. Tonight it will.
Nobody's even used the April. Very few people have used the April drawing
Yeah.
because we haven't announced what the prize was. We've been so busy doing the mystery bags and all the rest of the stuff we've been doing. We'll announce that tonight.
So Dad's GT, he's making the padded sleeves that go in this bag here.
This bag, which
Does not exist.
There's been a couple videos. We showed it on live, but we've not even named it.
Yes, Chris, that's the foam kit for the new bag. Grumpy Plumber said, John, who was your most MVP dude employee?
You. You know who that is, right?
No.
That's Sean.
Worked the clip and clean table?
Yeah.
Okay,
he did
okay.
other shit.
Okay.
The Peacock Kid.
Gotcha. He's got it. Okay. Yeah, Battle Chemist, you can only use one code at a time. It's the padded badass bag, yeah.
Well,
It's the 8 heads in a duffel bag.
there is a lot of labor that goes into the bag, and there's just as much that goes into the foam. So we will probably, if we do the bag will be available, and the foam kit will be a second item, because they do just Velcro in. You can put them in as you wish. Although they'll never get them in right. We probably should, but we can't ship them. Well, I mean, we just have to have custom.
Yeah, we just get a different box.
Us putting the foam in is very different than them putting it
Yeah,
in.
Uline has a box for everything.
Yeah. Lewis put that in there, and he did it. He did it really. He was very careful, but it is not in there right. That's why it's so out of shape.
Homestead said he can't wait to get his hands on the bag.
Chuck,
Yep. So many possible uses.
there really is, and you're only limited. Like you could, I think we could even take foam kits out of probably tamarack bags and stuff, camera bags, low bags and shit. Because anything Velcro will Velcro in. Anything Velcro. So think of this bag having
8 heads.
a cradle in here that's maybe 4 inches deep, 5 inches deep. Just a box, a long rectangular box that sits here in the corner. You can put a full size, you can put a 30-inch carbine. Anything that's 30 inches will fit in this bag. You could have 3 of those, so you have 3 M4s on the bottom. All your other shit will sit on top. Now, do you want to do that? Make a fucking badass picture. I mean, to make a great video. But that's a heavy fucking bag. You put your helmet and your armor and all your other shit in there. How much? I know guys like these bags. They're like, I want a super kit bag that's twice as long. That sounds fucking awesome. But
Until you gotta carry it.
I already load a super kit bag on a normal day and it's 95 pounds. I'd rather have 2 bags than 1 large bag.
Mm-hmm.
You need a fucking trolley to carry it, or a dolly or something.
Battle Chemist said you could fit at least 1.5 lot lizards in there. It's only 30 inches long.
Cut her up, you can put 2 of them in there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kind of malnourishment.
Yeah,
They're all no, I guess they're not all malnourished, are
no.
they?
yeah.
I don't know what part of the country you're in.
They got the wrong vitamins, but they're cushy.
Squishy.
You melt her down, there'll be a lot of lamp oil in there.
He said, hey, those girls are skinny. Would make a great vehicle emergency kit bag,
I
yep.
guess it depends on what supplements they're taking.
That bag reminds me of the scene in the first John Wick where he unearthed the battle box from his basement floor. Where he pulls all the armament out.
There's a new one coming out, right?
I have
Got the
no
chick in
idea.
there. It's the ballerina from the Russian
Oh, yeah,
ballet.
yeah, yeah. Yep. I was going to be a ballerina, and then they told me I wasn't tall enough.
And they're like, you're gonna be a jockey.
Yeah, pretty much. Is there a homestead Q&A next week?
There has not been enough interest in
Yeah,
that, man.
yeah.
Nobody had interest
New
in
debate.
it.
Nobody asks any questions for us to answer.
We didn't even do a Q&A this week with me and Scully because there was only 2 questions.
Yeah.
You guys pay for this shit, but we can't do it if you don't ask the questions.
I mean, we could sit here and just chit chat back and forth for an hour, but you're not going to be very interested.
But we do that for 24 hours.
Yeah.
We
That's
already
what
do
that's
that.
what I'm saying.
We don't have the energy for it. It's already out of us.
That's what I'm saying. They're not going to be very interested in
What the
it.
fuck do you want?
I don't want anything else. That's all we're doing.
Isaac is here to tell us about fun and profit for pegging.
Pegging for fun and profit?
Yep. It's really fucked up there isn't a male gender title for ballerina. Why do you think this is? Because penises don't belong on stage.
But there is a male.
Oh, here we go.
It's just ballerina.
It's just a ballerina.
You're just a ballerina.
Yeah,
you're
it's-
either gay
it's
or
the
you're
gender,
not.
The gender neutral is server.
Yes.
Waiter, waitress, server.
Homestead said it's the fluffer serial killer.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, yeah. Who said that?
Chuck.
Chuck Peoples. Oh my god.
Hey,
Oh my god.
you ever see lot lizards?
Lot lizard? Like a truck stop prostitute?
Yeah.
Is it- yeah, I know what that is.
Have you ever seen one?
No, I've never been to a truck stop, so.
I've never seen.
You've never
Well, I
been to
guess
a
because
truck
we're
stop?
always on the
Have
front
you ever
side of
been
the
to a
truck stop.
A truck stop is every gas station you see.
No
right?
shit.
Yeah, but you don't see hookers there. They're in
Usually-
the back where the semi trucks are.
Usually it's
I
some
don't
dude.
think
It's some dude.
It's some dude pimping out his wife. Usually that's what it is. Usually it's a trucker that brings his wife along and pimps his wife out to the other truckers at the truck
I don't
stop.
think that's what it
We used to just sit
Usually
outside
what
a
it is.
pilot in our town and watch people.
is. Is that what Reddit says?
Mm.
No, I just have enough. I have just enough shred of common sense
He's,
to figure
listen,
that out.
he's picked up a few in his time.
And, you know,
Battle Chemist said male ballerinas may get a lot of hate, but they also probably get a lot of poon.
Probably.
they do, for sure they do.
Do the male ballerinas, are their feet as fucked up as the women?
If they're doing toe ballet, they are.
Is
I
there?
don't know if men do point at all.
Is that what it's called?
Point, yes.
It's like the male cheerleader. He probably touches a lot of pussy, but he might not be interested in it.
The opposite of a bag question. Any preferences on hard-sided cases for 1 or 2 shotguns? I have to fly with them.
Well, I think the industry standard is obviously Pelican case, but I think there's a ton of shit out there nowadays that's really good. Storm case was another one. I think the Harbor Freight shit's pretty legit, and it's very, very
Inexpensive.
inexpensive compared to the other stuff. That's different. Like we have roam boxes on top of the truck. We've had roam boxes on the truck for at least 3 years, and we carry like pillows and shit in there when we travel because Amanda has to bring like 20 pillows with her.
Bitch, please.
So, but even
It's
through a
all John's
storm-
shoes.
Even through a storm, they're completely dry, those boxes, but they're not the same material as a Pelican case.
Yeah.
They're also not as heavy as a Pelican case. But I do believe, I think it just has to be any hard side case
Mm-hmm.
that can take a TSA
Lock.
lock, which
Yep.
is just a padlock.
I didn't know that you could check firearms for a long time. I didn't realize that was something that you could do.
Why
Well,
would
you
know?
can't.
You couldn't even own a firearm
Well,
before.
no.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
Oh, so you've been able for a long time.
Yogi Sound, have you wished you lived? Yogi, I lived in San Diego.
You left it, motherfucker.
I was born in LA County and lived in San Diego County the other half of my young life, and then I moved here with John and our football team of children and animals. The one thing I can honestly say I miss about California is the poppy fields. 100%.
When's the last time you saw those? That's like me saying,
I haven't seen them since I've been in Tennessee.
you ain't seen them when you lived in San Diego.
No, probably not.
Like I
No,
would
it's
say,
been
I would go.
forever.
We could go skiing in the morning, surf in the afternoon, ride dirt bikes in the evening. And Scully pointed out, he's like, yeah, but how many times did we do that? Like once, twice?
Like skiing in the snow?
Yeah.
Fucking where?
Where the fuck do you ski at?
In the mountains?
I don't. I've never skied.
Big
So-
Bear, man. You got Mountain High, Snow Summit, Big Bear.
And
Mountain High.
Is that snow year round?
Mountain High is year round because
It's man-made.
It's man-made.
Blown. But it's not year-round. Big Bear is your top of the mountain. It's your premier for that area. They do blow snow early, but
And
it
goats.
makes its own snow. It stays cold all through the winter generally, and then it's mountain biking all summer and spring.
Have you seen the skyscraper in Dubai that
Yes.
has a ski slope inside of the skyscraper?
I have seen pictures of
It's
it. I have
Dubai.
not seen it in person. They also have,
the aquarium that you can swim in.
well, they have in Japan. They have indoor skiing.
There's a video of a girl in a mermaid suit swimming in an aquarium, and a
And the
surgeon
fish-
comes
that
up
fish
and
fucking bites her
engulfs her
head.
whole head.
Yeah,
Oof.
I saw it.
My brother lives in Lemon Grove and is adding a second story onto his house. Wow, I'm surprised they're letting him do that. Grumpy Plumber said, Callie question, why are deputy gangs a thing? I don't
Deputy gang?
deputy gangs. I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what that means. You mean like police?
Yeah, what do you mean, Grumpy Plumber? We're curious. What's up, Stay Clever? Yeah, Yogi Sound. We lived in Tierra Santa and Oceanside. I worked in
Between
What-
Miramar Naval Air Station and the stadium.
I worked in Carlsbad. He says he lives in La Jolla.
In La Jolla? Yeah, we used to dive at Children's Pool, Marine Room, the Ecological Reserve out there. We used to go to La Jolla all the time just to eat.
Hmm
Now keep in mind,
This was 20 years
that's
ago.
20 years ago. I grew up in San Diego.
So Amanda travels with pillow like my wife travels with shoes, thinking of buying her Calais grocery bags. So I travel with a pillow, one, singular. John is the one who travels with shoes. Calais compliant bags are great.
I
They
would tell you to get clothes bags just because they have a zipper, and if they turn over, none of the shit falls out.
that was the next thing I was gonna say is that they're great for carrying things, but not so great for traveling.
All right.
LA Sheriff's Department has a massive problem with gangs in the department.
Wasn't aware of it.
Oh well, that's probably DEI shit.
Was not aware of that. You hear about gangs sending people to military for military training. We actually talked about that on the podcast this week. If you're a member, do they have access to that already?
What's up? I just gotta press live.
And Scully's take on that was, well, yes, that happened. Most of those, like, to get in the military, you can't have a record. So how much of a gangbanger were you? You were lucky, or like a baby gangbanger, you didn't really have a criminal record. You had so little of a record that you could get in, say, the Marine Corps. And then people get in there for training, but they realized that most people join gangs for the camaraderie of it. They had some structure, they got a paycheck, they got housing and lodging,
And some physicals.
and then they got some promotions. And a lot of them, while they might have gone in to come back to the gang, a lot of them just stay in and never go back to
Right.
the gang. That was Scully's take on that. This
Every
is the
city.
footprint. So the way to load these kits up, the way to load these bags, is going to be to turn the bag inside out. Shit, which one's which? There's two, yeah, okay. So these are the sides. Once you touch this thing, it's stuck, so
That's what Lewis said. He was like, well, that's some robust Velcro.
that's it. Yeah, people don't realize that's how all the Velcro is.
Yeah.
All of our Velcro.
He's like, that's fully engaged. That's not just that they're dating. They are fully engaged.
Yeah, and that's like just barely stuck when you touch it. You really have to. I want to roll it into place, and then you kind of move it around because Velcro is like fishing barbs. It's like hooks, fishing hook barbs, and that's what grabs. So. It does take some doing to get it seated properly. Like I've got all kinds of creases in this fucking thing here now.
If John was a professional athlete, which sports ball would he play in? NFL, baseball? Question mark.
Fucking pussy.
Somebody said hobby horse.
Hobby horse. Be in the porn Olympics.
If he was a professional athlete, he'd probably be a race car driver.
Squirrel suit.
What is John making Amanda? That's not for me. That bag is so heavy I don't want to carry it. No, it's the new gear bag with the
Padded foam kit.
padded foam kit. that
Amanda
goes in
has
it.
a lot of gear.
I
lot
have
of the
I
gear
have
you
a
guys
ton
see
of gear.
on video. If it's got the TIFF blue thread in it on the mannequins, that's her kit.
Yeah, the splatter print LBV is mine. The TIFF blue rifleman's kit is mine.
Did you see that? Houdini.
Houdini.
What just happened?
Light went off.
Battery died?
Well, now we can see that it's orange.
This does not look very impressive on this fucking video. This worked a lot better on the big table out there.
Yogi said, I bought a pouch from SOE 7 years ago. I gotta admit, your product's Velcro is top notch.
Guy, man, we got
Only the best.
we use USA grade A Velcro. There's different grades to Velcro. People don't realize there's hundreds of different kinds of Velcro. And they make a Velcro that is a one-time use, like for medical. That's a one wrap that they do splints out of. And to get it off, you have to cut it. There's all kinds of Velcro. And we use a high cycle grade A Velcro. And we have kit out there with Velcro on it that is 30 plus years old, 35 years old. And the Velcro still functions. What makes Velcro fail is getting it dirty. Sunlight will degrade Velcro, so try to keep your kit out of the sunlight when not in use, like for storage especially. Ooh, I got a whole piece that didn't get on this bag here somewhere. That will degrade it. And then cycle, like use, right? You can get 5,000 cycles out of the Velcro. And a lot of times it's the soft point. So the soft Velcro is loops and the hard Velcro is hooks with barbs. And it's usually that soft Velcro, when it gets fuzzy, that's usually where you have a problem. Don't burn that shit. Just shave it off with some scissors and it'll refresh it somewhat. So this gives you an idea of how this bag is. Clearly we need to put the Velcro, I need to put those pads in better. I guess last time when I put them in from the inside and then flipped them and adjusted them. But this gives you an idea of what this looks like here. And there's some applications, I'm sure, where you would want the padding, and there's other applications where you just might not care about the padding. I mean, up until, how many kit bags are out there that really have any padding? And we've made bags for 35 years and never put padding in any of them. So, but the padding's in this bag here, you can see it. Oh, this looks a lot better than mine does. And it doesn't look as good as the first time I put it in. But you get an idea here of what this actually looks like. Now this Velcro is right here, but I made these pads longer because I wanted them to almost touch when the bag was zipped, and you can see right here.
Gives it a little bit structure.
Not only structure, but you don't have that 3-inch gap of whatever's going to hit there, which will protect the zipper on the inside from anything in there like the barrel of a rifle, as well as protect whatever items are in there from that dead spot. And then it's got the shoulder strap, which is caddy corner, so that when you have that on, the bag doesn't pull to one side like most rifle cases do. That's the same thing we do on the rifle case. Very robust Type 13 handle, and then padding in the floor. And then on these bags, this bag for instance, we will build appropriate pouches that go on here, so you can put 3 equal size pouches or 2 equal size pouches on these. You could also, mag it all out. You can put rally mans, you can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can get 18 mags on the side of this thing. You can get 18 mags up high and still have utility pockets. I mean, you could do whatever you want with it. You could make it as crazy or insane as you wanted to. I thought about putting pals on the sides, and I just thought, fuck man, it's just too much. But there they are. How long that bill take, do we know?
I don't know. Over 2 hours.
We broke it a bunch.
Are the straps longer on the gym bag than a clothes bag? Yes. The straps on the gym bag are long enough that you could put it over your shoulder comfortably, and it should hang like a gym bag would.
That's right. The gym bag is in fact a clothes bag. We double layered it so that we could put pockets. The whole side of the bags are pockets. There's Velcro inside, so you can put our mesh pockets or mag organizers. So you can put all of your supplements and stuff. You can compartmentalize them if you want to.
And we have OD black ones.
We do. We
Ready
have
to
some
ship
OD
now.
black ones available right now.
Yep.
Yep. That it?
That's it.
All right. End it.
All right, guys, we will see you tonight. We will be live again sometime around 9. Don't forget, the Easter cock code is live. $50 gets you an Easter bag with a Easter cock on it. And you will definitely get an email and text tonight.
I didn't forget anything.
Is this bag
Oh.
special order, or will it be on the website,
Red.
emails, text?
We'll run this as long as you guys are asking questions. We'll run the live. These are not available. I don't know that we're going to make them available. They're very labor intensive to build. And it took me a good part of Sunday to build this bag. And then the foam kit, I'm in it 2.5 hours just to do the foam kit. If we sell the bags, you will buy the bag and the foam kit will be an additional item. You can get them with or without. I think if we do them right now, we're going to do them on a custom basis like I've been doing the rifle cases. You will message me, we will communicate, and then we'll build them and you'll make payment on them. They're probably going to be about $500 if we even do them. They take longer to build than the rifle cases do. Okay, ended. If they're not asking
All right.
questions.
See y'all later.
In all honesty, it is a rifle